world.
Välkommen alla sammen. We're looking at a little viewpoint video here again. In all of my videos I show you where the viewpoints are, but that's not the difficult part, so you can find that yourself. But in every video I make I share a little bit of history about the Viking Age so you guys can learn while you play. And also there's a little bonus thing at this viewpoint here, and it's some guard who's guarding a carbon ingot that's a little bit difficult to find. So follow along, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Yule, or the Viking Christmas. So I made a video quickly yesterday about how when it was celebrated, and it was the first full moon after the solstice traditionally, so it would have been in January sometimes, but today I'm going to speak about how it was celebrated, because we have a few sources from that in pagan times. So the name, we don't know what it was called. It was probably different in different places. Yule came up later after it was Christianized, but we think that it's very old because the month name of Yule month, or Yule month, it goes all the way back to Gothic times. The first record we have it is in the year AD 300. So, and that was a Gothic text. It was called Fruna Jules in Gothic language, which is also which was basically the Swedish Vikings, many hundreds of years before the Viking Age, but they migrated kind of south and had a developed language like that. So it could be very old, Yule, but specifically when we have records of it written, it starts to be in the mid-800s. And that was when King Håkon of Norway was first experiencing this pagan holiday. And he basically changed the date, like I said in my last video, to make it on either the 25th of December or the solstice, so he pushed it back a month just to help people Christianize. And yeah, so this is the viewpoint. Take a look at the eagle there. She's flying around. I know what you need to do is jump off this viewpoint, and I'll show you where to go to fight this fat ass. So this, and Yule was 3 days moving along. It was celebrated for 3 days, and it was a very holy and peaceful time. And the first day was called Håkonut, and that was named after that Christian first king of Norway. Then let's speak about a few other ways it was celebrated. There was definitely a sacrifice sometime around here. You know, it was probably a pig most of the time, but it could have been different things. But every 9 years, we hear that it was human sacrifice in Denmark at Leire. But we're not quite sure about that, if that was really true or not, but it's what is written at least. Then we have other festivities. We had gift giving. We have lots of records of that, and but you know, the Norse people, the Vikings, gave each other gifts like chips and salsa. So it was really not that, you know, out of the ordinary to give people gifts. The Vikings didn't just do it at Yule, but they did it the year round too. Then there was big feasts and lots of drinking. There's a bunch of stories about this. And here, when you're going into this guy, I recommend to assassinate him, because that just makes things easier. I fucked up there. I timed it wrong, so you gotta fight him. It's pretty tough, but you guys should be able to take care of it. Anyway, then there were big feasts, and I'll share one funny story about one feast, and it comes from Halfdan the Black's saga. There was a king and a few of his men who were at the Yule feast, and he stepped out of the hall for a short while, and then when they came back, all the food and booze was gone, so people stuffed their faces and drank their asses off. Also, one important thing about Yule was that there was toasts. You would go around and make oaths on the pig who was brought in, the sacrificial pig. And you would make toasts. One toast to Odin and to victory for the coming year. A second toast to Freyr, the god, and a good harvest for the coming year. And a third toast to the king or chieftain. And then any other additional toasts to dead kingsmen. So that's about it for this video. I made a long video with all the sources on Yule from the ancient times, and I'll put that video in the link in the description, but that's about it for this video. Vi ses nästa gång.